G'day guys and welcome to Aussie English. My objective here is to teach you guys the English spoken down under. So whether you want to speak like a fair dinkum Aussie or you just want to understand what the flippin' hell we're on about when we're having a yarn, you've come to the right place. So sit back, grab a cuppa and enjoy Aussie English. G'day guys, welcome to this episode of the Aussie English Podcast. As usual, let's get into it guys, let's just not waste any time. Today's expression episode is all about the expression, a silver bullet. A silver bullet. So before we dive into that guys, let's go through a few announcements. Firstly, if you haven't already, make sure you sign up to the Aussie English Classroom, guys. It's $1 to try it for a month. You'll get all the bonus content for today's episode in order to learn English faster. But a bit more about that at the end. Also, if you feel like sending me a postcard, I'm still collecting postcards to fill the wall behind me, guys. So the address is P.O. Box 597, Ocean Grove, 3226, Victoria, Australia. That'll be in the transcript, so you can look that up if you need. Also, I'm only doing Monday classes on Facebook Live at the moment. I've had to stop the Thursday classes just for this month as I need a bit more time to finish my PhD and do a few other things. So if you want to show up and see the free parts of the Effortless Phrasal Verb course, come over to Facebook on Mondays at 7 p.m. Melbourne time. So that's UTC plus 11 hours. And you can jump on and watch those episodes for free. And if you want to learn phrasal verbs even faster, you can enroll in the course, the Effortless Phrasal Verb course. Anyway, let's dive into this episode. I should mention too, you guys will probably get a laugh. I was trying to record this. In fact, I did record this on Facebook Live earlier today, but I forgot to put the microphone, the lapel mic, on my jumper. So the sound was absolutely atrocious. It was horrible. There was a lot of reverb from the room, a lot of echo. It was really annoying. So that's why I'm redoing this episode. So today, all right, the Aussie joke. We always start with an Aussie joke. What's small, furry, and bright purple? What is small, furry, and bright purple? A koala holding its breath. A koala holding its breath. What's small, furry, has a lot of hair on it, and bright purple, the color purple in the face? A koala holding its breath, because its face would obviously turn purple if it was holding its breath. So that's the joke. As usual, let's go through the different words in this expression. So silver. Silver is kind of a color. It's a shiny grey-white color in appearance, okay? So it's a metal. It's a metal that is grey-white in appearance, in color. It's a precious metal, meaning it's worth a lot of money. Silver, you'll know what silver is. It's not as expensive as gold, but it's more expensive than, say, bronze or copper. So that's silver. A bullet is a metal projectile that gets fired from a weapon, like a gun. Okay, so you could have lead bullets, tungsten bullets. Tungsten is a kind of metal. And you can have silver bullets in mythology, at least. Okay, so I'm sure you guys know what silver is, and I'm sure you all know what a bullet is. So let's define the expression. If something is a silver bullet, this is a silver bullet, that's a silver bullet. It is the allusion to something that is a miraculous fix, a miraculous solution to a very difficult problem, to a complicated and long-standing problem, guys. So a silver bullet, to be a silver bullet, is a miraculous fix to a problem. It's very similar to the expression, wave a magic wand, to wave a magic wand, which is like if you imagine Harry Potter, a magician or a witch, the stick that they use is called a wand. And if it's a magic wand, obviously they use it to cast spells. And we have the expression to wave a magic wand as a way of fixing something by magic. So a silver bullet or to wave a magic wand are very similar expressions. But the origin of the expression a silver bullet, it's supposedly a bullet that is used in a weapon to kill werewolves. So a werewolf is the man that turns into a wolf during a full moon. And so according to some authors who were writing werewolf stories back in the day, in the 16th and 17th centuries, silver bullets were the only thing that could kill a werewolf. So that is why it's obviously an allusion to a miraculous fix to a problem. The problem being the werewolf and the silver bullet being the solution. So as usual, guys, let's go through 3 different examples of how you could use this expression. So let's do the first one, talking about climate change. We often have politicians, or pollies as we call them in Australia. Pollies are often on TV having a yarn, having a chat, having a talk about climate change and talking about how difficult it's going to be to overcome, or that it's too hard to overcome. You know, they might say, well, we don't want to cut back on how much coal we're using because it's going to cost the economy too much, and climate change isn't going to get fixed overnight. It's going to take a long time to fix. So the pollies could say, there's no silver bullet to climate change. There's no easy solution. There's no silver bullet. Example number 2. Imagine you want to lose weight. So you want to find some magic pill to try and lose weight. You know, you're overweight, you're obese, you're fat, but you don't want to be anymore. So you've decided, I want a quick fix. I want a quick solution, an easy, miraculous fix to the problem that is being obese. And someone might tell you, look, there's no silver bullet. There's no quick fix. You just have to go to the gym. You have to do the time, do the reps, do the exercise, get sweaty, and that's how you lose weight. There's no silver bullet. Example number 3. All right, here's where we're going to go through a bunch of different Aussie slang. So you're with your mates and you're walking through an enchanted forest. So imagine you're in a story like Red Riding Hood or something. You know, it's a magical forest. It's enchanted. You're walking through with your mates. Maybe you're sinking a few beers, you're having a yarn, and you hear a sound in the bushes. So you dive into the bushes, you want to go and have a look. What the hell's this sound? You want to have a gander, you want to have a squiz. Those are Aussie slang terms for to have a look, a gander and a squiz. I want to have a gander. I'm going to have a squiz and see what that sound was. And it turns out it's a werewolf. And the werewolf jumps out from behind the bush. He's having a go at you. He's coming at you. He's going ape shit. And ape shit's a sort of strong way of saying going crazy, becoming angry. And you tell your mate, quick, grab me the gun, load her up, put a silver bullet in it, mate. Bang! And you shoot the wolf dead. The silver bullet has literally acted as a silver bullet to your problem. So it's fixed the problem. So hopefully you guys get what a silver bullet is. A miraculous fix, a miraculous solution to a long-standing and complicated problem. So as usual, guys, let's go through a quick listen and repeat exercise. In this one, I want you to focus on the connected speech and the contraction of the words that I'm using in these phrases. Okay, so just listen and repeat after me and try to pronounce these words exactly as I do. Let's go. It's a silver bullet. It's a silver bullet. This is a silver bullet. This is a silver bullet. That's a silver bullet. That's a silver bullet. Those are silver bullets. Those are silver bullets. These are silver bullets. These are silver bullets. Good job, guys. Good job. Before we finish up, guys, let's go through an Aussie fact. So today's Aussie fact is the fact that there are more than 80% of Australians who live within 100 kilometres of the coast, making Australia one of the world's most urbanised coastal dwelling populations, meaning that we have a population that lives incredibly close to the beach. So this is one of those things. Despite Australia being a massive continent, a really big country, characterized by huge deserts in the middle of the continent, the majority of people live within a stone's throw, figuratively. They live within only 100 kilometers, 100 Ks, 100 clicks of the beach. So they live incredibly close to the beach. And that's why you'll always see Australians at the beach on TV. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Remember to sign up for the Aussie English Classroom, guys. You get to try it for a month for $1, for $1, and you get all the bonus content for this episode and for other episodes that is specifically designed to help you learn English faster. And most importantly, it's designed with a whole heap of pronunciation and speaking exercises to help you speak like a native Australian English speaker. So give it a go, guys, and I'll chat to you later. Enjoy your week. G'day, mate. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Aussie English Podcast. If you wish to support the podcast and help me keep bringing you content, you can do so via my Patreon page. Remember, it's my mission here at Aussie English not only to help you understand Australian English, but to speak it like a native. If that's your goal, make sure you enroll in the Aussie English Classroom, guys, where you'll get all the bonus content for today's episode designed to improve your English even faster. Have a ripper of a day, and I'll see you in class.